And hello and welcome back to France for the French Grand Prix. This is obviously the second time round. We've had issues with Sparkling joining because someone invited him, so we've had to restart, but we are going to get going again, and I think we can restart. It's a bit unprofessional. I'm sorry to whoever's watching, but yeah, hopefully we can get started and just get the race going. Whoever wins, I think, will definitely feel a little bit relieved for sure, because it's going to be probably almost 2 hours from 7.
Waiting for you to introduce me.
Oh, sorry. I thought my mic wasn't turned off for a second. Oh yeah, and I'm of course with, once again, the one and only Scotsman from Stirling, Jack Steckle. How are you doing, mate?
I'm alright, thank you. Thank you for forgetting I was in the party.
Still waiting on Arno, actually, so we can't go yet. But
I don't think he can join because it's an 18 to 18.
Yeah, to be honest, I think if any of the drivers are listening, let's just ready up and get the race done. Cause
yes.
if you can't join, it's taking too long at this point. So anyone listening, JB, anyone, just
anyone
ready
listening, just ready up.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna have to read out facts again.
Oh, not again. No. Okay, no, we're not doing it again.
Again,
No.
I have to. It's a part of the rules.
Sure.
Right, Circuit Paul Ricard. It's a French track built in 1969 at the Castellet near Marseille, with finance from Paul Ricard, and it's hosted. The circuit has hosted the F1 French Grand Prix since 2018. The grandstand capacity is around 90,000. Yeah. The length of the track is 5.8 kilometers. Yep. 15 turns. And the race lap record is a 1:32.7 and was set by Sebastian Vettel in 2019. And it opened in the 19th of April 1970, which is in 13 days. So that will be its 51st anniversary. So last year it was his 50th anniversary, but due to COVID we couldn't go there.
Quick maths.
Which is quite unfortunate.
So it's its 50th anniversary, Jack, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Half a century. Well done, Paul Ricard.
Paul Ricard's probably dead, but well done anyway.
We should probably have said that. Well, we've got 16 drivers. Sadly, we had Arno, if you guys really want to check if Arno's joined the league. He has joined the league, if you can check the last stream, but he hasn't been able to rejoin. I think Edzak, is he the other driver? No, Sparkling. No, we had I think we
had
missing
Edzak.
Yeah, and is he here?
And he's not here. And
yeah, so those are the...
Oh, yeah. JB is here.
We're missing Oh no, Edzak is here. I think we're missing two drivers.
Oh, he is here. We're missing...
Who is it? I think it's it might just be Sparkling and Arno. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Sparkling and Arno, I think.
And I can assure you, viewers, no one else is going to join because we have set the limit to the lobby, which I should have done way before, which is partly my fault, but OSteam's done it now, so well done to Stephen.
Well done to Stephen.
As once again, I think it's going to be Jensen. So a bit of deja vu here, quite literally. But yeah, do you know what? I'll do even more deja vu and this time do the constructors standings, because Jensen is winning the drivers, but yeah. So it is Alfa Romeo with 208 points, which actually, to be fair, isn't running away with, well, it is running away with it because they've got 208, and then Ferrari in second are 74 behind with 134. But Alfa Romeo, they haven't really stormed away with it, to be honest, because I think Zero's maybe been underperforming for his standards, and Jensen is probably maxing out, to be quite honest. So to be fair, they are scoring quite big points.
Just realised
Mercedes, yeah,
he's in Force India.
or Racing Point, or Aston Martin now. So.
Or Aston Martin. I'm just used to calling it Force India.
Well, and also in third in the standings is Mercedes with a bronze medal with 110 points. Red Bull 6 behind in fourth. Racing Point in fifth with 97 points. Renault in sixth. AlphaTauri in seventh. McLaren in eighth. Williams in ninth, and Haas in 10th. And Jack, once again, hopefully is going to take us on around a lap. And that rhymes.
And it's with the same driver.
It's
Lovely.
like we're doing it again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's fun.
To the final corner now. Got T-Up behind him. That's alright there. Through the rest. Through the old checkered flag, now the new one. Breaking basically in between 50 and 100 meters. Tricky left right. That's the bit. 50. Right and left. Difficult. Try not to lose traction. Try not to shoot the curb. There's under turn 7. For the DRS, now down the long straight. Braking in between the 50 and 100. Try not to lose it there for this one either. Sector 2, 48.2. Decent.
You did a 27.4, I think, last session, so see if you can beat that.
Yeah. Through this right-hander. Turn 12 now. Careful not to go too wide, otherwise you will invalidate. Coming through turn 16 and now turn 17. Through the now.
Looks good.
Up to the line, it's 27.1.
Even better.
That is really
T-Hawk, that's a good lap as well by T-Hawk on the mediums. Ties in second. And Tyne, the two T's in
Here comes
third.
City. 4 fast.
Only fourth.
That's not bad.
I think he's going for another push lap, so he's clear.
Here
Oh, well,
comes
he's gone
Denzel.
miles wide.
Comes Denzel, last race's pole setter.
Oh yeah, he stormed away with the race, but took pole by a massive margin. Only second. Oh, I should set it to leader, I've just realised.
That is actually a really good start for Denzel on the pad.
Who's next? I think it's Little Brookie in unlucky 13th. Where's he going to go? Up to 6th. A bit disappointing from him.
Goes 7th
as well. We've also got name changer back from Esport Challengers, so but he's in a pits at the moment.
6th. Alright. Someone else has jumped up.
JB, he's going to go 10th, so just behind his teammate, both reserving T-Hawk and JB. So is O'Steven and so is Edzak, so we'd be lucky to get 4 reserves.
9th. It's alright from Edzak.
Yeah. Is anyone going for another push lap?
No,
Hiddy. But Hiddy, what's it called, is pitting.
Yeah. Matt has just started his out lap now. So.
Oh, Jensen. Is that another push lap he's going for? Oh no, he's pitting.
Surely not. Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah, Mads, I think he'll be the next one to set a flying lap.
Oh yeah, we didn't do quali predictions.
Oh, God. This is... Oh.
God sakes. Well, we already know who we both know who we think is going to be on pole.
I think it'll be Jensen on pole, Denzo second, and I think Name Changer will grab third. That's, I think, my top 3. Pretty boring and obvious, but there we go.
Yeah.
Jax, what's yours then?
Jensen pole. I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? But I'm going to put Name Changer I was going to say 16th because he currently isn't 16th. I'm going to put him in second, and then I'm going to put Give it time. Give it in third.
Third, oh, yeah. And I think we just saw Brookie leaving, so hopefully that's not a disconnect, but Mads is now going to start his lap.
I can invite him back.
Yeah.
I think if it's not taking too long like it was before, it seems to be a tiny bit quicker.
Mads is just going to start his lap here. He, last race, scored a whopping 8 points, I think it was. I think he placed himself 6th, I think it was. Or it might have been 5th, but I'm not sure. But he's got 10 points on the board overall. And both of his teammates, Raymond and Unseen, have left. So, and he doesn't have a teammate for this race either. But he's getting really... Yeah, Mads there is just getting really wobbly. Trying to pick up the DRS. I don't think he's going to have any tow from anyone in sight. He doesn't have a teammate either to maybe possibly give him one. But he's just going to be coming around this far chicane. Up to the long right hand to see what his second sector split is. 49.3 seems fairly solid. I think he'll be around maybe P7, P6. Mad is just going to come through the right hander. So far it's been a bit of a sloppy lap. A little bit of drifting, but that's not unusual for Mads. Just fighting the car. He's going to take a wide line here and out cut in. Fourth gear with a short shift. The Williams looking very nice around Paul Ricard. Going to come around the second to last corner, which will turn into the last corner. Not using first gear actually, like some drivers do. Going to come up to the line. Might get a slipstream, but it runs out of VRS, and it's going to be P7. Only 2/10
really
off Hiddy. Well, not even 2/10, half a tenth off Hiddy. So
that's
pretty respectable.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good lap from that.
Tyne is the highest driver to be doing a lap as Stevens left. So hopefully we won't have more issues as Tyne invalidates, but we'll focus on the driving for now. I think
I can't invite him back either.
No.
I have tried to invite him back.
Yeah.
So I can't.
That's going to be a bit of an issue, but we'll try and focus on the driving. I don't think any drivers on the... Hiddy's on a lap, never mind what I said. But he's going to come around through the first sector split, the AlphaTauri. 10th and a half up now, so this could be around 4th. Hopefully he's going to try and get close to his teammate. He's been usually faster than his teammate, but to be fair, Ty's is quite fast, as shown in F2 and F3. Always fast in quali, but maybe a bit sloppy in a race, so Hiddy will want to out-qualify his teammate. Looking like he's really pushing the limits of the AlphaTauri. And he's 3/10 up now, so he's on track if he makes up another, I would say, 3/10 to be around his teammate, but this is his second lap, and I think he'll only have time for 2 flying laps. See what Hiddy can do. Scored a podium already this season, so he's already got that netted. He'll want to be near the front maybe to secure his first win in F1. Going to come around the last corner, going to pick up the DRS. Where's it going to be for Hiddy? Ooh, so 4th. So he lost a bit of time actually through the 3rd sector, so maybe took it a bit too easy, but Jensen...
again? No.
Oh, Zero's left as well. Well, it's having issues it seems, but Jensen might dip into the 21-26s here, which is quite ridiculous.
Teal's went up to 4th.
Teal's gone up to 4th as well, so Teal's trying a different strategy to yesterday when he went for the mediums. Oh, and Jensen spun! Clearly the tyres just overheated too much, and Denzo's going to be in behind to maybe capitalise on that. Maybe that's fueled his confidence
Jensen's
here.
Left.
Jensen's left as well, and Denzo's lost it as well.
Are we going to have to do this again?
It might. Well, if I were you, check the comments and Discord, because
I've messaged Steven what happened.
Yeah, a bit of confusion at the moment, but Ty's is still going to finish his lap. He's 3rd at the moment. It must be an improvement because he's going to finish off the lap. It's going to be P2 for Ty's.
Wow.
That's a very, very competitive lap time there.
FRL's gone up to 5th. Pretty
in a
Decent
Ferrari.
from him.
I think he'd still want to be a bit higher. He's behind some of
Pele
the
up to
F2
fifth.
guys. Pele, that's a strong lap as well. Maybe there's a... Okay, he's left as well. So, there's a lot of drivers leaving now. So this is... we'll carry on until it's official. But I'm so sorry to all the viewers. This is really going to drag out, this. But all the drivers have more or less set a lap time, so...
We seem to always have problems around here.
Yeah, if Name Changer can set a lap time, I think then we can just skip quali. Because, yeah, Stephen's given an invite, so I think it's going to be another lobby. Oh, Steven said we're restarting, so... we're going to have to join another session. And, yeah, apologies to the viewers. This is probably... If this is your first time visiting FRL, it's a shame because I don't think we usually are this unprofessional. At least in F1 this season, it seems usually we are quite on time and everything. I will keep the stream up, don't worry. Oh, Stephen. I'm not sure whether we're going to do quali all over again because at this rate we're going to probably go past 9 by quite a bit. But I will send out the invites. Are you still there, right? Understandably. Oh yeah, I didn't invite Sparkling, just thinking about it, because he's not on the F1 list.
Fair enough.
Man, yeah. I think Jensen was on pole with Tyson second, so...
And I knew not to invite Sparkling. Don't even like the C word.
Yeah. This is a bit frustrating. Clearly, I think the PS server's on maybe favouring us today, but we'll keep it going though. I'm not sure whether
I agree
we'll
with
do, yeah.
Tyne. We should do a one-shot quali and then either a 20%, 25 or just a 50 again. Because we've only been doing quali, we've not been doing the race.
Yeah.
So I reckon we should still do,
Yeah, this is... I have to... I think
This is getting
Stephen will make
stupid
the
now.
decision. Yeah, to put it quite simply, it is. But at least the drivers, I think all of them, apart from Name Changer, unless he did right at the end there, has set a lap time, so we could just use that as the quali and do that. Are we waiting on anyone? Because I think if we got Pedivol...
we've got Pervol, we've also got Hamilton in there.
Who are we missing? Ah, Mads. So...
Mr. Mads Abbey.
Give Mr. Mads the one who obviously sent the invite to Sparkling.
Mads isn't gonna join this lobby. He said, I'll give him an invite just in case he changes his mind.
Nah, so I think we can start now, because this is quite... Hopefully, Stephen is going to ready up maybe, but... See, well... I don't particularly know what's happening, so this is a bit
There's an
confusing.
editor for FRL, and they done FRL highlights.
Oh, Jack Spectate, that's just another thing. And Petovol needs to pick a car, and then I think... It seems as though we should be fine.
Let's see. Yeah.
If Stephen's ready up, I don't see why we can't start, but Stephen will, I guess, have the final word. Just, I guess, waiting for Mr. Mr. O Steven to ready up. Well, but yeah, I mean, a couple surprises there in qualifying. So, should be, I think ties was definitely up there, which is something I didn't expect. So we could see maybe ties up there fighting, maybe for the win.
Yeah, what are we doing though? Are we doing another...
I think we're doing another qualifying.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think we need to limit the lobby as well, just in case anyone's invited. Anyone?
Sparkly. I'm not gonna say his name because I will not say the prick's name in vain.
Okay, we can't have swearing.
It's not a swear word if you think about it, because cactuses have pricks.
Maybe not in Scotland, but we'll see.
And so do BMWs.
Okay, let's get back onto the F1 as O'Seaman.
I'm in BMW were in F1 at one point.
Oh,
BMW
that was, yeah, that was a while back. But...
That was 2006 or something.
Well, let's see where was everyone in qualifying, because I think it'll give us a good idea of what will happen. Maybe this qualifying. Okay, so we had, it was Jensen on pole. And that's just Discord going off. I think it was Ty's P2. Oh no, my phone's gone off now. That's not a good sign. Okay. So. But yeah, I think it will be interesting to see if maybe Ty's will be up there. He's not usually up there for the win. We do.
Wow.
Yeah.
While we're at it, we may as well do another quality prediction.
Oh, this is getting a bit ridiculous. This is the third time now.
At least we haven't restarted the stream for a third time. So I'm gonna put Jensen on pole.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna put Ty second. And then I'm gonna put Name Changer third.
I'm gonna put Jensen first on pole because his pace is just quite ridiculous and obscene. I don't think Name Changer's done enough practice, or he never does really, because he's got challenges, so I don't really think he prioritises it too much. So I think maybe Ties will be on pole, and I think Denzo will be third. So
Whoa! What happened to the Jensen prediction?
I think I said Jensen pole, I'm pretty sure.
No, you said Ty's pole.
Oh no, sorry Ties, but Jensen's on pole, Ties is second, Name Changer's third.
The disrespect.
I'm sorry, but you know, prediction first. I mean, driver respect second.
Right, do you know what? This top three that I'm seeing currently is Hamilton, Pellion, Petterville.
I think that will not be as it stands at the end of qualifying.
Well, Hamilton looked quick.
Hamilton always looks fairly quick.
I'm gonna change my prediction.
Is it again Jensen's gone out first?
I swear to God.
Oh no, it isn't. No.
No, it's Zero.
Ah, so
Zero.
it's an Alfa Romeo taking the 3 wins out of the race of who gets out of the pits first.
So I reckon Jensen will still get pole, but I'm gonna put Name Changer second. And then I'm gonna put Hamilton third.
Okay. I thought you already did your predictions, but...
Yeah, I changed it, because I just want to.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably... Oh, God. I should probably do... No, I don't want to do fitted. Or maybe I do. Well, there you go.
Facts.
There's all the drivers. With their tyres.
Bunty when he hears the word facts.
Gosh.
Oh, whoa, what the hell was that?
Yeah, T-Hawk is racing. I think he's a bit maybe bored of all this qualifying, so maybe he's got a bit excited. The German. Maybe he wants to do some racing now with the AlphaTauris, and they're getting very close. Tyres is going to go for the overtake. No, there's Hiddy. Hiddy's going to go around the outside. It's a brilliant move from Hiddy. Puts him up to P7. And I'm of course joking, because we're still in qualifying. How depressing. As Zero is invalidated, Zero AK changes his name about twice every season, but...
No, this is a different account.
Jack maybe third time lucky. Are you going to do another third?
Okay, right.
through?
Coming through the final turn now.
Bit more enthusiasm, Jack. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Opens the DRS.
Yes.
Comes across the 9 to start his lap on the mediums. Pretty ambitious. Braking for the left-right. Try not to get too wide on the left. Braking at just before the 50-meter board. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Through this pretty twitchy section. 22.1 is a pretty decent sector 1. Coming through turn 7 now. Bit wide, but that's alright. Didn't invalidate. Coming through the straight now. Now we need to wait about 30 minutes. Braking just after the 100-meter board. Coming through turn 9. Careful. Oh, he loses traction, but he saves it. So
his ERS is still on, so I think he's still going for it.
Yeah, he is still going for it. At 49.6, he must have lost a couple attempts.
Definitely.
Through this long right-hander, as Jensen said, he loved this, even though this is Zero, his teammate. Coming through turn 12 now, I believe, yep. Through turn 13, because this is a turn apparently. Turn 16, I don't know.
Bit wide.
Yeah. Bit wide, but it's alright. Turn 17 now.
A little bit wide again, but...
A little bit wide, that's alright. Coming up. It's coming to the line now. So 29.2, I reckon.
Bit poor. Yeah.
A second quicker, though. As, yeah, Heady just demolished the lap. Banker, 27.7.
Tyne is up there
second.
as well. So it's like... Oh, Brookie as well. But to be fair, I think when Jensen puts his lap in, he'll blow them all out of the water. But Jensen's starting his lap now, because I think he invalidated. Denzo, there we go.
There we go, that's an unexpected one.
He's back in the bag, I think, now for pole, back in the fight. Jensen's backed off again, so Jensen now is gonna... name changes up there. So all the times are flooding now. I think everyone's maybe got sick of the invalidations and just wanting to put in the laps. I think JB's gonna cross the line, the reserve. He still goes faster than Ball Boy, and he's F2. That's a bit embarrassing, but we won't dwell on it.
It's just usual.
Oh God, I thought Pettervold there got an invalidation for sure. Who's he coming up to the back of? Oh, Steven. So he's gonna get held up because they're both in quali laps. Yep, this is gonna be a bit painful, Pettervold, because Steven is known for doing multiple laps in quali.
No, he's not on a lap. Okay, he's backed off. Good.
I think he was on a lap, but maybe just gentleman-like behaviour.
8th is Edsax at the moment.
Jensen is on a lap actually. I don't know. No, he isn't. He keeps backing off. But Pettervold is.
48.8 through sector 2. That's pretty decent.
Number 14 at the moment, Pettervold is, but he's in 13th. I wish he was in 14th.
Everyone going wide through this sector. Jesus.
I think trying to let people through, but yeah, Pettervold. Wow, he's got a lot of traffic here, and he's gonna get more because there's a Mercedes ahead of him, and there's another Alfa Romeo. And he still kept it valid this lap, which is quite impressive given the amount of distractions he's going to have. The Czech Republican driver is going to come around the last corner using first gear, unlike some drivers. They pick up the DRS using all the track, trying to minimise the track layout. Fifth, just ahead of his Ferrari teammate.
Head of time.
Edzak is pitted and Zero is on a lap. Zero is half 10th up here, and we're going to see the second sector split. See what Zero AK can do. He's a 10th up now as well, so he's going to go around 10th.
Hold up. Would the opposite of pit be pot?
Okay. This is prime F1 commentating here.
What do you expect from me?
True.
I mean, we have this every week. You should have gotten used to it now.
Yeah, sorry. Well, anyway, back to Zero, the Finnish driver from Helsinki. He's going to come around the last corner. Zero's going to punch it up to medium ERS. What's he going to be? He's going to run out of ERS. He's going to go. Oh.
He's 12.
He's still 12th.
Oh, so you just guessed where he was from? which is a bit weird, but I mean, we'll take it.
We're gonna have to have fun in this
I've
quali.
got to stop because Bunny's put a knife to my throat.
Okay, just to make this clear, Jack lives in Macedonia and I live in England. So.
What? Macedonia?
As Pedal pits. This is why Jack changes his flag every week, because like he wants to hide.
I'm still Scottish. Also, do you mean Caledonia?
Hey,
because
anyway.
Macedonia is a completely different European country.
Yeah, Jack is Scottish, but moving on back to O. Stephen, who isn't Scottish, he's actually apparently Northern Irish. But O. Stephen, he's on a medium, his third lap on these tyres, so he's really rinsing these tyres for all it's worth. If I was him, I would go soft, so maybe drop into maybe 9th. Oh, he's actually quite far off 9th, maybe not.
Sector 3 yellow flags.
O. Stephen, 002, head admin of FRL, see what he can do in the McLaren with his teammate Edzak, both reserving.
The oldest in the league.
O. Stephen, number 43, his age if you're wondering, but he's going to come through the second sector, bit wobbly.
How old he is?
I do not know. He's 7/10ths down, and that's probably because of the old tyres there. He's backed off actually, so maybe that's why. I think Brookie's on a lap. Brookie's starting a lap, so see what the Renault can do. He's got someone behind him who's going very fast. I think that's T-Hawk. Maybe T-Hawk will get a slipstream off Brookie.
That's decent.
Is T-Hawk going to get a slipstream off Brookie? Probably not. He's a bit too far back, but he'll give it a go.
Temps up in sector 1.
Name change also starting his lap, so keep an eye out for him. He's coming around the third corner, make that 4th now, the Mercedes driver, but Brookie's now still ahead of T-Hawk, so T-Hawk's not gaining time on Brookie, which makes me think as Brookie goes through the second sector, he's a 10th up. What's T-Hawk if he can make it in time? Oh, he hasn't done a lap, so Brookie is 4/10ths up. Brookie is. So Brookie's actually gonna, maybe if he gains 6/10ths, another 2/10ths, he might even move up to 3rd, which would be very impressive for Brookie because he usually has it. Well, he's not the best in quali like some drivers. He's invalidated.
Went too wide. That's unfortunate from.
Name changer. He's also invalidated. Hiddy, he's invalidated. Ty, he hasn't invalidated.
And he's invalidated.
Tyne is going to come around the last corner. I think he's a 10th up. He's going to use all the track with the nice helicopter cam. Where's Tyne going to go though? It's going to be P4 with that Ferrari power. That's a very nice lap. As Hamilton's also starting his lap, so getting some laps in here. All the drivers really, I guess, trying to max. Okay, Hamilton's also invalidated. Denzo's also invalidated. So who hasn't? Who's actually on a lap? Pedovol was going to start his lap. He's in a Ferrari. Oh, it's Jensen. We forgot about him. I say him, he's the championship leader. The Brit had just gone missing in that session until he popped up there. Tyne also hasn't set a lap. Where's Tyne? Tyne is pitted. Sorry. Oh gosh. A lot of people are invalidating, so it's hard to keep up. But Pedovol is a 10th up here. He's gonna get a slipstream, maybe. He is gonna get a slipstream from Hamilton, so that's. I don't think that's on purpose because they're from completely different places. But nice anyway of Hamilton if that was
Someone's
deliberate.
went up in time in screens. I think that was Pelly, maybe.
I don't think anyone's. Pelly.
No, Pelly. Yeah, he's in the 27.
Oh, Pedovol, he's actually lost a bit of time. He's now 78 thousandths up. I think he's getting a lot of slipstream, but to be fair, a lot of dirty air as well. So he seems to be struggling with that.
Ballboy's went up.
Yeah. See what Pedovol can do. I think he might go P4. He's going to try and once again be ahead of his teammate. These two are very inseparable in qualifying and at the start of the race, but then just as the race drags on, usually Tyne seems to up the gears and get a lot faster. But Pedovol, Czech Republican driver, he's going to come around the last corner. What's he going to be for the Ferrari? P6. So only 35 hundredths. No,
40
35 thousandths off time.
40 hundredths.
40 hundredths if you want.
400s, sorry.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're not wrong with 40 thousandths, but it's just 400s.
Bull Boy is not on a lap. Zero is on a lap. Zero's... Am I saying that right? He's 6/10 up, Zero. So this is really going to put him in the mixer. As we like to say in Britain.
His last tire, or his lap time was on pair of mediums.
Yeah, Zero.
He lost that a tiny bit going through this section.
Zero rocking number 28, also his age as well. Zero's going to come around the second sector. He's 1.1 seconds up. I don't think he's gone purple, because that would be pretty impressive on 3-lap-old mediums. Oh no, he's on sauce, never mind. He must have gone purple then. So he might be around his Alfa Romeo teammate of Jensen. Maybe Zero might dip into the 26s, but he's going to have to make up another second here, Zero. The F3 runner-up a couple seasons back. Oh, he's pitted. He's fooled us all. Well,
or as I said, he's pot.
Yeah, well...
No,
anyway, yeah, okay. Yeah. JB is on a lap. Haven't seen actually anything of him.
Someone has been out. I think that was Petterville.
Yeah. On tyres like those, you don't really want to do it because it's quite a high degradation track around France with the fronts. It's a tough one stop. I think soft hard is probably the second best strategy after medium hard, but focusing back on JB in a racing point, reserving today, 6/10 up. So his previous lap, his banker mustn't have been that fast because that's going to put him all the way, well, only to P11, but that might be a blessing because he'll get a fresh set of tyres for the race. The two racing points are, and the Mercedes and the McLaren are the only ones on track.
You might be trying a medium hard, or not medium hard, a hard soft strategy, which was what I was trying to do yesterday.
Yeah, so many safety cars. Yeah. JB is going to come around last corner. Where's it going to be?
11.
P11. He's improved by a fair bit, but he probably lost time, I think, in the third sector.
Atax isn't on the lap, but he's backed up.
Oh, JB's going for another lap here. He's really wrestling that car like it's a lion.
He's backed off.
Has he? His ERS is still fairly high.
Yeah, he's backed off.
Okay, he has backed
I don't know
up.
why he has got his ERS up.
Who's another? I think T-Hawk's sort of up, isn't he? Yeah, T-Hawk's. He's going to come around the second sector split. He's on the softs here, so he might. Oh, he's gone purple, but I think that's a legitimate purple again. Maybe whoever's got the purple best second sector is maybe not that fast, because a lot of people going purple in the second sector. That might be a glitch, but maybe not. T-Hawk obviously races. He's a championship leader in the McLaren in F2, which is on Mondays, 7 o'clock. But he's in a racing point here, only in 9th, which just shows you the difference between F2 and F1. But I think he's going to show his pace here. Going to flex the muscles, I think, unless he slows down right at the last minute. Where's it going to be for T-Hawk? The German. P3! That is an electric lap from the German. Brilliant lap from T-Hawk. I think he'll be jumping for joy. Although he's German, he probably won't be. So, he'll be happy with that, definitely, T-Hawk. Very good lap from him. Brookie's also on the lap, so I think I'll go on board with Brookie.
Yeah, I'm watching Brookie at the minute. I'll watch something else. Who else is a person that's on the lap? Yeah, only Brookie at the moment.
Yeah, Brookie's 2/10 up here. Edzak might be on a lap, but we'll focus in on Brookie. He's a little bit further up, and
5 place grid penalty.
It looks absolute carnage out there because Brookie's trying to navigate his way through, and just everyone's ahead of him here. There's a racing point ahead of him. Who's that? Is that T-Hawk?
T-Hawk, yeah.
Has he? I think he's maybe given a slipstream deliberately because I think he might have gotten away a bit. That's my just thinking from a commentator's point of view. But what does a commentator know? Edzak retires, so he clearly thinks it's just he might want to be on those hards maybe at the start of the race. But Brookie's still going strong. He's still kept it valid. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it. He still kept it valid. Very nice from Brookie, the Brit. He's already scored his first points this season in the Renault. Renault actually obviously on pole here. He's going to want to get himself a bit higher to look good for the Renault team boss. And his P8, half a second improvement. He's only a 10th off 5th, so I think that's quite a solid lap from Brookie.
Right, now we've got the big boys. I'm not saying Brookie isn't a big boy, but now we've got the people that are at the front.
Well, I'm sorry, Brookie, but he isn't a big boy. As Jensen invalidates his lap, and Denzo is now on a lap, so the biggest of the big boys is actually going to still go on for a lap. And T-Hawk, just thinking about that, T-Hawk is really going to now have a... People are going to definitely want him to get promoted to F1 because that lap is fine for F1. It is more than fine. He definitely could have a good championship in F1 if he did do the whole season.
Just watching Denzo at the moment.
Yeah, Denzo's lagging all over the place because of course he's from Chile, if anyone didn't know. He's won a couple of races. Oh, I say a couple. I think he's
2 times up. he might get into the 26s here.
As Jensen, I just realised he's retired.
FRL goes up to 5th.
I think Brookie, Pelly, Bullboy, and O'Steven and Ties are the only ones who can now outperform Denzo. Denzo gets a big slide, but that just might be his lag. On the pad, Denzo, he's flying around here. I don't think
FRL going up to 5th. He isn't now ahead of time.
I don't think he's affiliated with an esports team, but he's got the pace of an esports driver, that's for sure. Or an esports challenger at least, but Denzo, he's going to come round.
126.
Oh, he's going to blast into the 126s. Brilliant lap from Denzo. Oh, he takes the qualifying by storm. He is the qualifying king. Sorry, Jensen, but that is an absolutely stonking time.
Someone's just jumped up, I think. I'm not sure.
Tyne has invalidated. Oh, Stevens finished his lap on a soft. And he's actually out-qualified Zero, so maybe Zero should have gone on the softs there to get P11. But to be honest, JB's in a very good position as well.
Kelly jumped up to 8th.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I need to quickly change my party audio so I can hear more of you, so give me a sec, viewers. If you can still hear me, hello.
Sixth is Hamilton, 7th is Tyne, 8th is Pelly, pretty good qualifying from him, 9th Brookie, decent qualifying from him as well. Heady, 10th, probably not what he's wanting, but still in the top 10. JB from F2 is now in 11th. Bullboy in 12th, 13th is Edzax, 14th is O'Steven, 15th is Zero, and Ties is last.
But he's got a 5th place grid penalty, which doesn't matter because he's last. Big thanks from your commentators.
Do you want to?
Oh, I was just gonna do my little segment. I was gonna do qualifying driver of the day, if that's the thing. I was gonna give it to T-Hawks, which is pretty obvious because he's in F2, and even though he is the championship leader, he's very consistent, but he's not maybe the best of the best like Denzo with 1 lap pace, but he absolutely blasted it out of the park. Getting 3rd in F1 is really solid. So T-Hawk definitely, I would give my driver of the day for qualifying. Who would yours be, Jack?
I'm gonna have to agree with you there, mate.
Yeah.
T-Hawk all the way. Really good qualifying from him, from F2.
Yeah.
Now, race predictions, if you want to do race predictions.
I think we're going to have to wait 1 second for the tyres, because JB and all the others will be interesting to see what they go for.
Yeah.
Wait, no, please. Oh, sorry, I thought the race was going to start.
I'd be scared there.
I got very shook. JB's only on the mediums. He had a very good opportunity there. I think that's a miss. So I'm actually going to really spice this up and say Bullboy's going to get the win. Because on the hards, I'm going to go out there. Because he might maybe do
Yeah,
some
fair enough.
ridiculous stop. I think you can actually now put Bullboy in that top 3 now. Denzo in second, and I'll say Stephen in third. As Jack, you're sounding a bit like a duck. What's gone wrong?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Right, yeah, I'm gonna put Denzel. I reckon he'll dominate. Hopefully he doesn't do the wrong tire strategy again, but I think he should win. Second, I'm gonna put, T-Hawk. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the second name changer. And then third, I'm gonna put, Ties. I think he'll have a decent race starting on the hards.
I was just thinking that any viewers who aren't like regular, maybe viewers of F1, name changer, although he doesn't do probably any practice for like half an hour or so of practice of F1, whereas people like maybe Denzo and Jensen and T-Hawk do a little bit more. He is an esports challenger, and T-Hawk's out-qualified him, I've just realised, which is pretty impressive. So T-Hawk, if he can convert this to a podium, I definitely think he'll have a beer tonight, as they do in Germany. As there's the race predictor. I don't think it's not going to be a 2-stop, viewers.
Yeah.
Don't believe AWS, they are scams. So
the bottom, tire strategy put shake my head, which I will be if we have to restart the lobby again. I will be shaking my head because honestly, the race will have to be cancelled.
Well, we finally got qualifying done, so I think all the drivers will be bobbling around in the cockpits, or if you're on pad like me and Jack are on the floor with your pads.
On the floor, I'm on my bed, mate.
Yes, because Jack has got broken ribs.
Well, not broken, just bruised.
But anyway, we should get back to the race actually, because we have got a bit of a glitch and I can't see the lights, but I can hear them. You got, I think, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go, and Denzo gets a brilliant start. Jensen is on the left, he's a little bit falling behind. T-Hawk's going to go down the inside, name change is going to try and go around the outside. T-Hawk's lost a lot of positions there. Hamilton's gone off, name changes up to third. T-Hawk's now going to try and challenge him for third. And it's 2 Ferraris that in behind. It's an absolute 3-way, and the 2 Ferraris have spinaled. And it's chaos here as Denzo leads. Ignore Stephen. Jensen's in second. Name changes in third, make up positions. T-Hawk is in fourth. Hamilton, despite going off the track, he's actually managed to keep it in fifth. They're going side by side, Hamilton and Tyne.
Tyne and Hamilton going.
See if the Ferrari can brake later. It looks like it.
Round the outside, down the inside.
Brilliant move from Hamilton there.
Good move from Hamilton there.
And Pelly's in 7th, so Pelly's made the most of the carnage. I think Hiddy and Petterville must have got caught up in that. And Zero's the lead hard runner, and JB's made up 2 positions on the mediums as well. As Tyne and Hamilton, they're going to go side by side through the right-hander. And now Hamilton's going to have the inside in the Red Bull.
Down the inside, whoa. Tyne trying to make a switch back, no.
Tyne is a very aggressive driver, and he'll go for any move that's possible, so Tyne will definitely fight this for sure. But at the front, within the top 4, all the gaps seem to be the same as Tyne gets very close. Not sure if he's got wing damage, but I don't think he has. But look at Pelly in 7th. Pelly's going to be grinning to himself, and he's almost going to make a move here on Tyne. What drugs is Pelly on? That's my question.
You're not allowed to say that.
He's on too much paracetamol is my guess, but there you go.
You're not allowed to say the D word, man.
Oh, sorry. But it is Tyne in 6th at the moment. That is, I think, the closest fight. Or Hiddy is getting actually very close to Bullboy as JB's going to go ahead of Ties because Ties has crashed out, and that's a safety car already. Ties has an action-packed first lap. I think he got a 5-second penalty for cutting the corner, and it goes from bad to worse. Clearly, once again, showing that even though this time he wasn't good in quali, he did at one point was 3rd in the last one. It just shows in the race he does seem to bottle it, to put it I think that's
This
nicely.
is...
God, that was an action-packed first lap and a half. Denzo still leads, obviously, with the safety car, but is he going to pit for the hard? Because this same thing happened in F2, and no, not many of the guys pitted. I think it's, you usually want to pit for the source lap 8, and I don't think the hards can make it to the end, and Denzo isn't going to pit.
Denzo.
Jensen is going to pit, so Jensen is going to switch it up to Denzo. This is just all about strategy. Hamilton is going to pit as well. T-York stays out.
Kelly, T-York... Oh, no. Kelly and Brittany. Anyone else? No, I think that's it.
Ah, wow. Well, who gained the most positions? I think after the pit stops. Well, it's probably too late now because of the pit stops, but...
Let me see. Well, currently, Zero, starting from 15th, is currently up to
Wow.
5th.
I just realised, yeah, that I think even with the pit stops, still that's a lot of positions gained.
Yeah.
He's resurrected his race there after a bit of a poor qualifying. But Denzo leads. Is that strategy from Jensen going to bite him? Because he's behind Steven in 11th, so he's got a lot of drivers to get past. So I think, no disrespect to Osim, but Osim's quite a tough knot to get past, definitely. And Pedevol isn't going to be too happy about the earlier incident. Hiddy also got caught up in that, but I think they'll have calmed down by now. But Jensen has got a lot of people to get past. Edzak as well, as you saw there, if I go a bit further on. He's got a poor connection, and Bullboy's also quite a tough person to get past. And they're not maybe the fastest, but they're definitely the cleverest when it comes to defending. But yeah, still Denzo who's leading. It is, you may be mistaken for thinking it's a Renault 1-2, but it is a massive Renault sandwich, as Jack would say, with little Brookie and Denzo and the safety car on the mini map as well.
No, it's not a Renault sandwich, it's a banana sandwich.
It's a banana sandwich, as we like to call it in FRL. Banana sandwich.
Banana car.
Yeah. Hopefully the Renault doesn't spin. I think Brookie might have had an incident there, because I think he was pretty high in quali, if I remembered.
Brookie pit.
Oh, he did pit, sorry. As the bottom 4 have pitted, so if Pelly has played this strategy to perfection, because he has followed Jensen in as well, I think they're in the same party, so I don't think the safety car is also going to come in this lap, because it usually stays out 2 laps, but maybe that's a benefit of being in a party with other drivers, because Pelly's probably followed Jensen in, because I think they're in the same, what's it called, chat, as there's a lot of drivers pitting now. Pedevol pits, maybe a bit too late, because now he's actually going to come out behind Brookie, but maybe Pedevol has damage. No, he doesn't have damage after the spin, but he has enough time, definitely, to catch back up to the grid. As I might get my phone to check the standings and what's going on.
You don't want to check Discord.
I will venture into the unknown. As I get my phone. Jack, do you want to take us through any particular... Who's the biggest loss? Who's lost the most positions so far?
Pedevol.
Where was he at the start of the race?
He started 5th.
Ah, so he's lost 10 positions.
So, Zero and Pedevol have basically swapped positions.
Yeah, and T-Hawk's maintained his position, even though he did lose one to a name changer. So, but ignoring T-Hawk, well, T-Hawk is the highest F2 reserve, followed by JB. And then you got Edzak as well, who's obviously an F2 reserve. Then you got Steven down in 10th. And yeah, that's all the reserves. So the reserves actually for F2 are doing quite well. So if you would say they're representing FRL, then or F2,
Yeah,
sorry,
I'd say
they're doing
they
quite
are.
well. They're doing quite
They're
well.
representing both FRL and F2.
As yeah,
Proving that not only F1 drivers are quick, but some F2 drivers have talent. And they should be promoted. Unless you are someone's name that starts with an E, then I don't think he should get moved up. But we're not going to move on to that as the safety car is now coming in.
I don't know what you talked about, but sorry, switched off.
I was speaking about someone whose name starts with an E in this lobby, and I don't think they should get moved up to F1. You can take a guess if you want to, but I don't really.
Well, we got 4 options, guys. We got JB, we've got Edzak, we've got T-Hawk, and we have O'Steven. And I'm not sure which one of them it could be.
E.
As Denzo, I know it's Edzak, but Denzo is going to get us leading underway. In the Renault, he's got a good restart over Name Changer. Name Changer,
Yeah.
he's still in DRS though, so he hasn't been completely caught napping.
Oh, but here comes Bullboy trying to make a move. No, that's Heady trying to make a move on Bullboy, sorry.
But T-Hawk as well, he's kept a solid gap to Name Changer, and Tyne in 4th.
As Jensen dives it round the outside
Ah.
of Stephen. Good move from Jensen.
Jensen's going to have to get a bit ballsy with these overtakes because he needs to make the overtakes fast if he wants
As
to
here
make the
comes
most of these
Hamilton round
moves.
the outside of Mr. Stephen, and Stephen's just cut the course. Fair play to you, lad.
Bullboy's going to get swallowed up here by Jensen, surely. He has 100% ERS though, Bullboy. But Jensen's going to have... Is he going to have the better straight line speed? Bullboy's turned off his ERS, so he just doesn't want to fight it. I think clever.
I think Hamilton will try and make a move as well.
Hiddy as well. Hiddy's going to try and get close to also his fellow countrymen. Both of them, obviously, Edzak and Hiddy being Dutch. These two haven't raced with each other since F3, so this is actually quite an old school battle.
Will he try and make
Hiddy's going to try and go down the inside of the fast right-hander. Edzak, I think, backed out of that because Edzak just clearly didn't want to risk it, but great move from Hiddy, but Edzak is now going to risk it. He's going to opt for the left-hander. He's on the mediums. I think the softs are still the faster tyre, but Edzak there having some good racing with an old mate of his in F3.
Yeah.
As Tyne is still looking quite dangerous on the back of T-Hawk. T-Hawk seems to have dropped away a bit from Name Changer. I think Name Changer's trying to stay in the DRS of Denzo, and T-Hawk suffering with that because T-Hawk can't keep up with Name Changer. He's trying to keep up with Denzo. So Tyne is actually really onto the back of T-Hawk here. T-Hawk maybe just doesn't have the consistency to be fighting it out with the very best. As Zero on the HODs, Zero, he's on a really good position as well to make the most of a strategy if there's no more safety cars. I think that'd really help Zero as well.
As Hiddy losing the rear end saves it though. Like very sketchy through the on the helicopter shot. Good save though.
They are still not been enabled just yet.
As Pervol's made a move on Bullboy, I think. Yeah. Good move from Pervol.
Poor O'Steven's been left at the back a little bit, so he might maybe have to not be seeing anyone just so. Yeah, Edzak, I think he's really relishing this battle with Hiddy because these two clearly maybe having some fun with each other. As Jensen's not going to have fun with Edzak. He's not going to waste any time. I think Jensen, he's going to want to get on with the job.
He's got a championship to claim.
Definitely. And his championship rivals, I would say. Oh, he's lost his end plate. I think maybe a bit of lag was due to that. But Edzak, I'm not sure whether he slowed down that much, but Jensen has been caught napping. And I think that could be a Jensen error. Well, what do you think, Jack? You saw that probably a little bit better.
Yeah, I did, and I think that was just a resonance.
Oh, and now Jensen's lost his head. Jensen's caused an incident there, and Jensen, we don't usually see him lose his head, but I think he just got annoyed there with Edzak.
Yeah, he is getting real. He's leaving a real layer of frustration. I think, but when he was, when he lost his input, I think it's just impatient, trying to be fast. But
and now we go on board.
You're an F2. Yeah. I have a championship to claim.
And now we just, to make things worse, I think Denzo's one of his more dangerous championship rivals, as well as Name Changer as well. They're both leading in 1 and 2 in this race, so that just makes all the things worse as well for Jensen. And Jensen, that means with the damage, surely he's going to have to pit, so Jensen's really I don't know whether those. I think the second one was definitely a mistake from Jensen, just getting annoyed and hitting Edzak and spinning him off. And obviously the first one, I think Jensen will probably call it Edzak's fault, but it did look like a maybe just racing incident there. But still, name changes held on to DRS of Denzo. I don't think Denzo's pushing too much because he outqualified name changer, but I think it was over half a second for sure, maybe like 8/10. So name changer with the consistency, clearly just being able to stick with Denzo as Jensen pits. Look at that, oh Stephen, who's last all of a sudden, like usual with the incidents, he moves up the position. So oh Stephen might fancy some points here. That's Tyne is still behind T-Hawk here. T-Hawk as well, he's run really well at the moment. He's using all his DRS. I think he's going to really enjoy this battle because of all the qualifying sessions we've had. He's going to... Oh god, sorry, my bad. He's trying to go side by side with Tyne. Tyne just kind of closes the door.
Stephen!
Oh, Stephen's retired. Something we don't see very often. We're going to see it with Hedy. Is that going to be a safety car?
Trying to see. I think he's.
It is going to be a safety car. He's gone backwards.
I think he's just lost the rear.
That is something we definitely don't see with those Stephen, and that's a surprise and a half. But good thing for T-Hawk, this is when the soft runners are usually meant to pit. And with the safety car, this means they can easily do a one-stop to the hards. But I think T-Hawk will be a bit gutted maybe that he didn't hold on to the position against Tyne, because then if he did pit, he definitely would have been P3, ignoring all the other guys who stay out. But he pits, so does T-Hawk, understandably, and Zero. It is an Alfa Romeo who's going to take the lead here, but it isn't Jensen, which is definitely going to be quite an interesting topic, I think, after the race. That Jensen obviously just having those incidents, but Jensen's last, Zero's first, so that's definitely a big shock. But I think Jensen will be happy because he now catches up to everyone and almost starts from square one, if I can speak. Square run. Okay. I'm going to pass it on to Jack because my English is gone.
What?
Oh, I can't speak. So.
Oh. Well, speak then.
My English is gone, but yeah. Je m'appelle Bunty. Comment ça va? How viewers say how you're doing in the comments if you want to. You're not forced, but also subscribe to FRL if you want. You're not forced to, but we do post every Monday and Tuesday, and the races are quite chaotic, like this one. And in F2 it was even more chaotic. The leaders were Michael F1 obviously came second to Macho, and it was only separated by 2/10, so quite interesting races in FRL. So definitely subscribe, and because we do have very good races, I definitely think. As we have Zero still leading against Hamilton, but they haven't made a stop. Neither has Bullboy.
Whoa, where did Bullboy come from?
Yeah, Bullboy's.
I look at my phone for 5 minutes and Bullboy's up to third. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
JB's in the comments, but mate, you've got a race on. You're in 12th, but I'm not sure how long ago that was. It was 8. Okay, that was half an hour ago. Never mind. Sorry, JB. Yeah.
Oh, Denzel's got a penalty for collision.
Oh my! Now that is quite major because the top 3 are really bottling it. Jensen, who's the championship leader, he gets damaged. Denzo and Namechanger, they've got 5-second penalties. I don't think Denzo and Namechanger are going to pit, but if there's another safety car, that's going to be really bad for them because now they're going to have to serve it. Whereas if there wasn't a safety car, they'd obviously be able to get it removed by the stewards if they thought it was not Denzo or Namechanger's fault for whatever reason. But that means out of the guys who have pitted, Tyne and T-Hawk are first and second. So Tyne is going to be hoping for more of this, and so is T-Hawk, as they look in a good position.
My Discord's just broken. Okay.
God, I'm losing my voice here. I probably need some water, but yeah. Safety car should be in
I
this lap.
don't need water. Water is bad for you. Fact. Water is good for you. Drink water at least 2 liters a day. Thank you very much. I want you to stay healthy. During this pandemic or whatever is left of it, I am now Boris Johnson. Okay.
Thank you, Joe Wicks, for that inspiring.
I turned into Boris Johnson in the end, and you call me Joe.
Sorry. Well, how many viewers do we have?
Boris
I think
Johnson.
7. Yes, indeed. You've got we've got three viewers watching this spectacle at the moment.
Thank you, free viewers. At least we're getting some sort of viewing.
I wonder if any of them are drivers like Jensen, maybe, who are actually.
I don't know
in
what
the
Jensen would
comments.
be watching it.
To be fair, he's last, so I don't think he has much else to do, really, and he probably can't be bothered to warm up his tyres.
Whoa, okay. I don't know what Hiddy was doing there.
T-Hawk! Oh, there's another 5-second penalty.
Hiddy's just sped up and basically
rammed into T-Hawk. That's so unfortunate for T-Hawk. I think me as an F2 driver, and obviously as this team, I'm rooting for him, definitely, here. But God, T-Hawk, that's so unfortunate. I really now hope there's no safety car, because I think that'll get removed for T-Hawk. Because if there's another one, as I said before, they can remove it if there isn't a safety car, but if there is, you can't remove it because you've served it in the pits. So fingers crossed, anyone like Edzak and JB, because I don't think Jensen will DNF. Hopefully they don't DNF and cause another safety car, but Denzo is... Oh, Zero. Zero, sorry, is going to lead us off. Hamilton's getting right up to Zero's gearbox. And look at that, Zero, he's going to have to back off and then get on the throttle again. Hamilton's going to try and take the lead. This is going to be a great battle, I'm pretty sure, down into turn 1. It's going to be for the lead here. Hamilton's going to go round the outside. No, he's going to go for the better exit. But he hasn't really got it. He goes wide as well. Bullboy gets a penalty. Another penalty. 2 races in a row. That's a little bit odd.
Brookie just like stands on past. Do teamwork for them.
Good team tactics. Now, Brookie, is he going to be a wall and try and get in the way of Name Changer? I think Name Changer's going to be quite impatient here because he's got a 5-second grid penalty and he's going to get held up by Brookie here. But Brookie, he's going to use his ERS as well. Name Changer's still behind, but he's actually now losing time down. Okay, he has got past Brookie, but Brookie's going to fight this quite hard. They're still going side by side. This is brilliant racing from the two. But Name Changer in the end gets past, and for what?
Oh, Tyne and Brookie fighting, Tyne going around the outside. Good move from him.
And look at that, Denzo, he's got past Bullboy as well. So now he's got a 7/10 gap over Name Changer, which could become critical as Brookie's retired. I haven't caught that.
To Brookie then? And there's another
safety car.
God save now.
Well, all the penalties are going to get served. T-Hawk and Hiddy's, and I think Denzo's penalty. Name Change hasn't got a 5-second penalty, but Zera's going to stay out. Hamilton's going to pit for the hards, I'm pretty sure. Denzo's going to stay out. Denzo's now got the lead, but he's got a 5-second... No, sorry. Zero's got the lead. Denzo, however, has a 5-second penalty in second. And I think it's Bullboy in third still, who hasn't pitted. So Bullboy, he has been in his podium position for quite some time now. As Jensen pits again as well, I guess it's a why not scenario for Jensen. But he's going medium, so I think he's maybe risking it.
Hurry up, guys! I want to sleep.
Yeah, this race is really dragging out. I think
stop causing safety cars.
We finished the race, I think, in F2 by this point, but
we finished it like 15 minutes ago.
I'm actually going to have to get water because my throat is very sore from all this commentating. So Jack, if you want, you can waffle on about F1 for 1 minute. So I'm just going to get water, so bye.
So, hello everyone. I think you guys can hear me. Yeah, you guys can hear me. I just want to let you know. Bunty. Bunty, my friend, my fellow teammate, my former teammate, sorry. And, Hunter Bunner is, a bad driver. Don't tell him I said that, but he is a bad driver. That's me for now. We have Zero leading the way at the moment. Yeah, good. It's pretty good from him so far. What would you think of it, Bunty? I would think of it as Denzo should win this race, and Zero should at least finish on the podium. And yeah, should be alright. I agree with you there, Bunty. As this way to start. Lap 13. Fortunately. I'm sorry, get bored. There's ball boys.
Hello.
Went into the pits. Hello! I definitely did not do a scuffed impression of you.
Okay. I thought the safety car was coming in there, so I panicked and had to go on board with Zero.
Came into the pits.
God. This is becoming like League of Europe, starting at 8:30 and finishing way past 10. So. But yeah, stay hydrated.
Wish you can get downstairs. Wish you can go downstairs to get some water.
Yes.
I hate my life.
That's shame.
Anyway.
Oh, we got 7 people watching apparently.
We've got JB in 7th at the moment.
8 people watching apparently. If I do it again, will it be 9? Oh, it's back down to 8. Okay, so clearly someone didn't like what they were seeing. We're on lap unlucky 13th, and that leads nicely onto what.
Does that mean someone's gonna crash in the safety car?
Who knows, Jack? I think you know more than me these days.
How?
Because I was born 700 days before you. Just so you know.
Point. Even though I'm younger than you, but...
Yeah. Oh, safety car in this lap, so... Finally, the safety car comes in as that. We're not even halfway through the race. I mean,
well, we
if you're
after the restart.
If you're a perfectionist, you could say we are halfway through the race, but...
Yeah, nobody likes perfect people.
Yeah. If you got OCD... No, joking. Nah. Zero's unsubscribe. No, Zero's got a penalty. No, sorry, I've lost my head. Denzo's got a penalty, but Zero hasn't got a penalty. And if Zero, I think Zero will be hoping for just one more safety car. One more safety car. And then he can pit, and maybe he might be in a lead. But Denzo's looking good for the victory. So is Name Changer with no 5-second penalty. Denzo's really going to want to get going quite soon because he's got a 5-second penalty. So he's going to want to overtake Zero right now. And he's going for it already with the overtake. But I think he realises it's a bit unrealistic. So he's going to back off. Yeah.
That's Hamilton's got off 3-second time.
Oh, there's a battle in behind. Hamilton and JB. We haven't talked about JB once again. He's been quite quiet, but he lets Hamilton through.
Good move from Hamilton.
As Petival is going to try and get past Edzak. Edzak hopefully gives him the room. No, he doesn't. But I think Petival gets through.
I wonder where that was from yesterday.
Okay.
Anyway.
Edzak clearly maybe still annoyed about the Jensen incident. And thinking about Jensen, Jensen's only 4/10 behind Edzak. And Pelly's going to attack Edzak as well. A lot of drivers here have pitted as Pelly goes down the inside. See if Jensen can get a cleaner move done this time on Edzak. I really hope he doesn't get revenge and punt him off. Let's see what Jensen does. He keeps going straight. It looks clean from Jensen. It looks clean from Edzax. Our prayers have been answered. As it's for, a second separating the top 4. Okay.
Right, if you think about it, if Jensen did punt off Edzax, it would have been like what happened to me and you in Canada. Just reversed.
There's a lot of drivers who get punted off, Jack, but you are right with that.
Still,
yeah.
Could be worse.
Ah, McLaren and Alfa Romeo, I see. Very intuitive. But we should get back to the F1 action, as Jack always likes to ramble on about F2. Yes.
F2. As...
Pettibone gets past JB. I thought he did that
Pelly's... No. I think Pelly smashed into the back of JB.
Oh, Pelly. The cameraman can't even keep up with him. Oh no, JB! JB's gone off as well. He's got a 10-second penalty. Oh,
Pelly smashed into the back of...
And Hiddy's got a penalty. So they're all getting... Oh, Pelly's got a penalty. So they're all getting penalties.
Like I said, Hiddy's and Pelly's smashed into
JB's got another penalty. What's happening with JB?
He's going wide.
If he keeps getting another... If he gets another penalty, he might get disqualified. I think he might have given up here. I would carry on... I'm not sure whether you can get a 10-second penalty removed, to be fair. But maybe in a steward's room, but... I'd keep going, but Pelly, what's happening? Is Pelly just cutting the corners?
Did you not just hear me?
No, Pelly's cutting the corners. Is that what you're going to say?
No, I was going to say Pelly smashed into the back of JB.
Yeah, but look at Pelly. Pelly just cut the corner
front wing
there.
Because he smashed into the back of JB.
It wasn't deliberate, was it?
It didn't look like it, but I seen...
But Hiddy and Hamilton are going side by side. This isn't Lewis Hamilton. It's JP Zumpum. Yes.
It's Hamilton.
It is Hamilton. As Pelly and JB, their race is gone. Balls up, to put it in a all right way. But Hamilton's now going to try and go down the inside of Hiddy. We don't see moves down into turn 1 very often. Hiddy's going to stick his nose in, but that was just a bit unrealistic as Jensen.
He's just gave up.
Jensen's... Oh no.
Hiddy's just smashed into the
wall. And luckily we've got a virtual safety car, thank God. As you can just see there, Hiddy's just given up. This race has become a bit of a DNF fest, which I think O'Stephen and Bullboy usually would pick up the pieces with, but even O'Stephen's retired. And Bullboy's actually in 9th okay, JB's retired as well.
Well, everyone's going to score points that are currently racing.
Yeah, so if you finish the race, you will score points at the moment.
If you DNF, and you're in the top 10, you still won't get points, I believe.
As we get back underway. As Zero's going to lead us off. I think Zero would have been hoping for a safety car there, but nothing doing for the Finnish driver. Wow, there's been a lot of action, sadly for the wrong reasons with all the crashes, as JB I think is going to retire. As he
has retired.
His AI in the pits is just taking a bit of a while, but still, we haven't talked much about... Who haven't we talked much about? I mean, T-Hawk, we did at the start, but
yeah,
he's starting to struggle a bit to keep up with time.
I would just said time. We haven't spoken much about him.
Just bear in mind with T-Hawk that if he gets his 5-second penalty removed, he's still going to stay 5th. Because if it was all Hiddy's fault, which it sounds like it was, I guess T-Hawk might be able to get that removed. But it won't matter too much. As there's
another virtual safety.
Was that Bullboy maybe spinning off? I think it might have been 5 seconds he's lost. Or yeah, he's lost a lot of time as Hiddy leaves. But Jensen's been quite quiet making his way up the grid. He's been taking his time, I think. Not being rude or anything, but I think that's just he doesn't want to do any more damage. But Jensen should make it to the end of the race, especially with all these virtual safety cars and safety cars.
As now it is so late, my mum is currently going to sleep.
Jeez.
So.
And it is 8:45 in British time, if you're wondering.
If you're around there, Globe, we do not have your time. We are not sorry. Actually, we are pretty sorry, but we don't.
Hamilton won't be sorry on a move on
Hamilton
T-Hawk.
goes around the outside of T-Hawk. Pretty nice move. Bit of wheel banning. Well, I think that's just...
Yeah, T-Hawk seems a little bit on F2-like with his pace here. He seems maybe just slipping off a little bit and a bit out of his
just
zone
a little
here.
bit alien-like.
Yeah, but it is F1 and the standard's a lot higher. But Denso, he might go for a move into turn 1. No, but he goes for the better exit and Zero just holds him up there. I think Zero might be holding him up for Jensen here. Because you look at his ERS. Look at his ERS, he's got 3%. Yeah. So I think Jensen...
Here comes Name Changer trying to make a move.
Well, that's a bold move, and Name Changer's going to do it. Brilliant move from Name Changer, the esports challenger. Well, that took, I think, both me and Jack by surprise, and probably you, but Denso is also taking us surprise there as well. And now they're going to try and get Zero here. So this might be 3 wide, and Denso, he's crashed! No. And Name Changer's crashed as well.
Name Changer, very lucky not to retire there.
It's got ugly. It has got ugly very quickly. I think...
I am not sure whose fault that is, but we shouldn't get any more safety cars. I think we've had the maximum amount of safety cars and virtual
And this is absolute chaos as Tiny's going to go for the move on Zero. This is... Oh, well, in disbelief I am of that. I think Denso moved over Name Change and he didn't realise he was there. And then they obviously, maybe with the lag issue, went spinning into the wall. But if Name Changer can finish this race, which he might not want to do, just given how long it might take and how many points he might score, he will still score points, scores 2 points if he can finish the race, but Zero still leads. There'll be no safety car.
First win. Has he gotten a win this season?
I don't think he has, but I think he probably has. It's a shame because I don't think he has a mic, so we might not be able to interview him, but Zero still needs to make a pit stop, which is just going to undermine him. But I think he doesn't really care about that. I think he's going for the more important aspect of it, of getting Jensen up the grid and holding up Tyne, so Jensen can still have a chance at fighting for the win. Jensen, he's got a good exit here, but Pervol's got DRS on T-Hawk, so he's still in a bit of a DRS train.
DRS on Tyne, and Tyne's got DRS on Zero, but Hamilton making a lot of time. He seems to be really, really quick.
As Ty's rejoins
back
for whatever reason. Bit odd. Hopefully he doesn't... Well, he can't invite anyone, but... Well, it won't make much of a difference, but... We will see. Tyne still on the back of Zero. We could have a brilliant fight here between these two. Used to fight in F2.
Hamilton trying to make a move on Tyne.
Oh, it's a three-way fight. I didn't even realise. Hamilton, he's on the mediums. I'm not sure. I don't think Hamilton's won in F1 ever. Unless maybe a while ago.
He used to be quick, I remember. People, Steven especially saying he was quick. He has got a wheel now. So
I don't think he has. He looks like he's...
Oh no, that looks like controller.
Yeah. But God, is he going to go for a move into turn 1? He is going to go for a move, and he's got spun out by Tyne. Oh, the driving here. Oh, the driving here is... It's a bit frustrating because there's a lot of drivers.
I feel like Tyne should have gave a bit more room, but it was a bit optimistic, really.
Yeah. I can only help but feel some drivers in this lobby, even though we've only had 16, some of them have just not been clean enough.
They're just getting frustrated from, like, the lobbies.
I don't know. It's such a shame. But as Petrov is going to go down the inside of T-Hawk, this is for all, not just the podium position, it's for P2, because Zero hasn't pitted. And I don't think there will be another safety car.
Jensen came out of nowhere, it's in 5th.
Jensen's going to use all his ERS, he's going to go around the outside of the right-hander.
The outside, no, he can't make the move. Ooh!
T-Hawk's going to force Petrov wide. And T-Hawk's going to lose 2 positions, is he?
Maybe.
He's still going side by side. The leader of F2 is going side by side with the leader of F1, and Jensen's gone for the better exit. This is brilliant racing between the two. Little bit of wheel banging, but that's all fine. Jensen going to go down the inside of T-Hawk. T-Hawk's going to go for the better exit. No, he just doesn't have the momentum, but brilliant racing. A 0 pits, so that means Jensen.
He's going on to the softs. He's doing my strategy, I believe. So. I don't think he's pit once this race. Hold on,
Well,
this is Zero's first pit stop, so he's going on to the softs.
we haven't talked much about Edzak or Bullboy, and they are both going to score quite big points. I think Edzak obviously as a reserve, it doesn't matter too much, but it's more of a confidence and ego boost. But for Bullboy, he's going to score a cheeky 8 points here, which is definitely going to help him a lot. And it's great to see name change still carrying on. And I think, yeah, there we go. It's nice to see that. It's a shame he did get, obviously, the damage, but Jensen on pedal. Jensen's going to try and get another win here. He is a championship leader and he keeps getting these wins. We saw in Canada, as Jack knows, he was definitely under the cosh there and he managed to pull it out the bag right at the end, but Jensen looks like he definitely could be in a fight for the win here.
Yeah, name changer has got a penalty. But I don't think that will affect him too much. He's not too close to anyone. His closest competitor is 11 seconds ahead of the road, so...
Here's a question, Jack, which I'm wondering. Do you think T-Hawk might be able to get a podium here if you ignore his 5-second penalty, which could well get removed? Or let's pretend it would have get removed, because I don't think he might care too much, given he's a reserve.
I think if he does, he will get the 5-second time penalty removed, hopefully. I think he'll be happy with top 5. I know it'll be very, very close to a top. It'll be very close to a podium, but I think he'll still be happy with top 5, especially on his debut in.
Well, not debut. Oh, he gets the penalty. Well, that's. I think that's I caused the jinx, but T-Hawk still must be feeling very. I think it's definitely. I don't think he would have thought he would have been up in these positions. You may say Denzo has retired, and the drivers is Tyne.
Oh!
Tyne's been shoved off.
What happened to Tyne and Jensen then?
Tyne, I think Jensen went. Was that Tyne? I think Tyne and Jensen were battling, and Tyne just got shoved off by Jensen, but maybe it was more than that.
Sure.
I caught that very late. And look at that, T-Hawk. We talk about a podium. He's already in a podium position. And he's not going to be able to make the move on Pedivol. Now, here's the fact. Maybe Jensen and Pedivol's tyres might start to go off here. And maybe T-Hawk might phase into this on the hards. Just a thought to bear in mind.
What was I going to say? Yeah. I only caught Tyne going off to the left there. So I'm not sure what happened there between Jensen and Tyne.
Yeah, me too. Tyne is seemingly in the wars here. He's getting involved in a lot of incidents. But look at T-Hawk almost pushing Pedivol. I think Pedivol, all the top 4, their ERS is very low at the moment.
Zero says has got the fastest lap.
I think he's going to go charging after Edzak for sure. He'll be reeling him in maybe like 1.5 seconds per lap.
Seems really quick. He's went 2 attempts quicker in that first sector. I think he's pushing. Tyne. He is definitely pushing. Will he try and make a move on T-Hawk? No, he keeps his nose clean as T-Hawk is trying to get close as Zero gets a 3-second time penalty from him, but I don't know what else to say, but this battle between the top for the podium position here is incredible. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's crazy that Pedivol as well. I think this second would be Pedivol's best result of F2 ever, because I don't think he's ever won
F1
in F1 as well. And T-Hawk obviously, this surely is one of his best ever. And Tyne obviously don't think he's ever won, but he needs a podium definitely to get up there. He's on the back of T-Hawk here. T-Hawk has really kept it clean. Apart from the Hiddy incident, he's kept it really clean, T-Hawk, which is good to see. Wow, Tyne getting really close here. I don't think there's going to be any Ferrari orders here. As
No,
Jensen
Jensen's got
gets a penalty, so Pettervold could be in the money here to win. And T-Hawk does have a penalty as well, so I don't think T-Hawk's going to be up there fighting for the win. But wow, Pettervold now might actually... I think Jensen, though, is going to really start to push. So, look at Jensen, he's nearly run out of all his ERS. Really pushing ridiculously hard.
This could be Pettervold's first win if he gets close enough to Jensen.
Yeah, but I think Jensen's putting it into try-hard mode, definitely. He made only like 1/10 the last 2 corners, but there's only been one
here
corner.
Comes Tayok. William trying to make a move on Pettervold. No, but he is getting really close to Pettervold now. This is not what Pettervold's wanting. He's basically wanting Tayok to back off so he can try and get the win off a podium or off a penalty.
Yeah, I think he's still got a 3-second time penalty, you have to remember, so... And that's obviously all his fault, so... He's still T-Hawk at the moment in P4, sadly. Oh no, Tyne has a penalty, so he's... No, Tyne doesn't. Oh, sorry, so T-Hawk is 4th at the moment, so T-Hawk really wants to be on that podium. I think seeing a racing point on the podium would be nice. As Pettervold, he's already lost the 3-second gap on Jensen, so Jensen looks to be running away with the victory. Pettervold looks like quite solidly in 2nd. It's just about whether the 2 Ferraris, if they get a penalty, that I think will help T-Hawk mightily. Yeah. You can check the warnings actually, see how close they are. As Zero gets close to Edzak, these two obviously have fought in F3 and F2. As T-Hawk... T-Hawk and Pettervold, they're going to go side by side. Pettervold did show off T-Hawk there. They both got no ERS. T-Hawk's got no ERS. T-Hawk's got no ERS at all. But he's going to try his best. And look at Tyne. Tyne is going to watch this. This is a brilliant camera angle. But
both of the Ferraris only have 2 warnings.
Oh, Tyne's going to go down the inside of T-Hawk. I saw that coming.
Oh.
It's a great move. It's a bit of a bold move, maybe a bit of a dirty move, but T-Hawk's not having that. T-Hawk's... Oh, he's giving back the position, T-Hawk.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that was a bit of a pushy, shovey move or anything like that. As Zero finally gets past Edzak after Edzak on 16 lap-old hards. Still going strong.
That's average.
Yeah, to be fair, it seems quite a big number, but Zero finally gets past. Now he's going to go on to the back of Bullboy. He's going to go down the inside of turn 1 on Bullboy. Brilliant move from the Finnish driver. Hopefully he does see the finish. Ha 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 ha.
Game Changer is going to go into a new pair of softs and trying to set the fastest lap.
It's really nice to see him finishing the race despite having all the incidents. That's definitely appreciated that drivers do take the interest. I know some people like JB did retire, but obviously that was with penalties, but I know the others
Here comes Edzak. No, he's gonna back off. He isn't gonna try and...
Look at T-Hawk. T-Hawk, he's still going at it. He's really fighting it out with the big boys here, despite being an F2 driver. It's quite impressive, this.
As I think Zero will get a 6th or 7th here.
But despite all this, I think this is also going to be quite interesting in terms of the championship, because Jensen once again is going to extend his gap, and Jensen really is putting on like a Montana season. I shouldn't say it, but he's absolutely dominating this season, and it looks like it's going to be another win
here
for
comes
the Brit.
T-Hawk. He looks really quick. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Will he try and make a move? No. Getting really close to time there.
The dirty air is just losing him the time, and you can see Ron's wise. But Jensen, he's going to extend his championship gap, and it looks like he's not really going to look back here. It's going to be quite tough for him to lose it. Maybe tougher for him to lose the championship than actually win it. We're not even halfway, but Jensen has a sizable gap over his rivals like Denso, who's crashed, and Name Changer, who might only get 3 points if he does get fastest lap. But Tyne's going to try and hunt down his teammate in a Ferrari or Pedivol. Is he going to go inside or outside? He's going to go outside, inside. Fooled me. Pedivol is not going to stick his wing in, and T-Hawk is T-Hawk's starting to. Yeah, I think T-Hawk's maybe his tyres are going off or something because.
No, Pedivol forced T-Hawk out wide.
Yeah, T-Hawk's out wide still. He's going to still fight this for a podium. He's going to try and go for it on track despite all the penalties, and it's a brilliant move from T-Hawk around a right-hander. But can he keep it? He's going to take the inside. And you can't go side by side through this corner, but Pedivol is going to get the better exit here. He's going to bump up the overtake. He's going to get the slipstream as Name Changer gets a penalty. But as we say that, Jensen is going to come round last corner and win the French Grand Prix. Brilliant drive from Jensen. Comeback drive again. Spectacular from Jensen in the Alpha. Tyne is going to get P2. Strong race from him despite all the chaos. T-Hawk is going to get 4th with the penalty, obviously.
Hamilton's going to get 5th. Pretty decent.
4th
Zero
unit.
should get 6th.
Oh no, sorry. 6th
Oh no,
with a penalty.
Zero's going to get 5th.
On the softs as well, so Zero made a fast comeback with Hamilton only a 10th behind Zero.
That is a good finish from Zero. Name Changer, I think, should get fastest lap.
He should, but he did get a penalty, so I'm not sure whether it'll count, but he's going to still try, I'm sure. Let me check the fastest lap, see if he's anywhere close to it. 30.2, so where's it going to be for Name Changer? 28, 29? I think it's fastest lap. It looked like it popped up. But yeah, only 9 finishes here. Bit of a shame to have little drivers. No, Zero gets driver of the day. I think Name Changer gets fastest lap.
Sorry, I meant driver of the day.
But yeah, quite a
We've seen this in testing.
Race.
Alfa Romeo being quicker than Ferrari. It's happened in France. Good race.
Yeah.
From
Brilliant race from Jensen. Jensen's, I think, going to really enjoy this one. Who would have thought, again, in Canada, where we really did not rate Jensen's chances highly at taking the win. But this time, he was also last with...
Jensen was last as well.
With the Edzak incident. Who would have thought? We'll ask him again in interview, but Jensen, surely, he must think he's invincible. And I don't see why not. He just seems to get out of the mud at every single opportunity. Right. Jack, do you want to say standings?
Yeah, sure. Jensen, after a brilliant comeback drive, wins the French Grand Prix. Tyne in second, Pedivol in third. I think they'll be very happy with that result. T-Hawk on his F1 debut in this season as a 4th. Zero, after a pretty not good race, finishes 5th. Pretty decent from him. 6th is Hamilton, 7th is Edzak, 8th is Ballboy, 9th is Name Changer finishing the race finishers, and that's all I can get. And Denzo rounding off the top 10 even though he crashed.
So we won't get a point, as we should move over to the interviews. So, see you viewers, you'll probably still hear me. It'd be a bit awkward if you can't hear me, but I'll go to the other party. Jack, are you going to join? Hello. And we are back for the F1 post-race driver interviews, and, well, just like that, Jensen finishes nearly as fast as he joins the party. Start with Jensen, as usual. Well, Jensen, it was, I think, an interesting, very topsy-turvy race with all the restarts. I think for you and just all the other drivers, it must have been really tough to keep up with. But in terms of qualifying, you did, I think it was qualify second. It was just behind Denzo, who did do a quite stonking lap. How did you
Yeah,
feel in quali? Were you maybe a bit worried that Denzo was just
that
that
was
fast?
the first two qualifying sessions I was confident, but the last session, I don't know, just wasn't feeling it at all. Or Denzo pulled off that lap. That was crazy. I think that was my equaled my PB in the practice sessions. So to pull off that was quite good. But yeah, a bit unlucky mixed with a bit of luck as well today. Of course, with the Denzo name changer incident or what happened there. A few spins for a few people. I mean, before that, I think I had a few instances with Edzak. He was just moving all over the place in the braking zone, and I picked up damage in the second to final corner. And then going into turn one, I tried going up the inside. I shouldn't have really done that, and we collided. But yeah. Other than that, the safety cars saved my race. Mediums just try and fight through the guys. I touched with fine, which I don't know. Like, we tried going side by side through there. I think it was fair. I think he missed just a little bit. He said in the chat anyway. So, I mean, yeah, just lucky today.
Well, you may say it's luck, but I definitely think there was a bit of quality there. But it'd also be interesting to know whether there was team tactics to play. I could probably ask Zero, but Zero did seem to deliberately stay out in the lead there. Was that just deliberately holding off the pack so that you could keep a decent distance to time?
He said before the safety cars that he was trying to go, well, after the last safety car, I think he said he's trying to go for a hard to soft for a fastest lap at the end. And in the end, he managed to claw back some of the time. I suggested for him to pit on the last safety car, which I reckon he would have possibly won the race even from that, but yeah.
Well, just one last question on the race, I think. Did you think, I mean, we said this in Canada's, and probably in a couple of races this season, it's quite deja vu, but did you think on like lap 9, or I think it was lap 9 when you were last, after the Edzak incident, you'd be once again on the top step of the podium?
Yeah. I mean, sort of a familiar feeling now, but of course, today was lucky. So I wouldn't really call it a win. I'm not really happy with today, but I mean, yeah, just go to Austria, hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, going in towards Austria, I think it is probably more pad favoured than other tracks are maybe wheel favoured. Obviously, Denzo seems to always be close to you, definitely at the start of races, and then maybe you grow into it at the end. Are you particularly worried about any driver in particular in Austria?
Oh, that everyone's so close. I mean, I don't know. I know name change is quite quick around here as well, so I'd say he'd be there for one. Denzo, of course, but yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah. As usual, thanks for racing. Sorry for all the delays, but always great to have you take part in the races. Thanks for racing.
Thank you. Thanks for commenting.
No problem. As we move on to who's next in the party? Does anyone know?
T-Hawk.
T-Hawk.
Should be. With Tyne and Peter Wall.
Yeah. So T-Hawk. I mean, that was not even what's called sugarcoating it. It was pretty phenomenal qualifying and race performance. Should we start with quali, which itself was pretty electric from you when we were looking at the lap. You qualified P3 for, even though you are an F2 reserve, obviously you're very fast in F2. But were you at all surprised by that, being P3 in qualifying?
Well, I mean, in one of the many sessions before that, I did a 27.8 and I knew that I could maybe do like a mid 27. So I knew that the pace was there, but yeah, to see that I'm actually starting third, I actually don't know how I did that. I think it was just, because this is F1 and I know that I won't be racing here that often. I just had a kind of carefree attitude. Not like a reckless attitude, but I just wasn't, let's say, as nervous as always.
Yeah.
So I was just driving the car on the limit throughout the entire lap.
Well, I think in terms of the race, you seemed on raw pace a little bit, maybe slower than the F1 guys at the very top of the pack, which is obviously to be expected with you being an F2. But in terms of all the safety cars, do you think you would have changed anything with your strategy? Because you did seem to follow the top guys with their strategy as well, like Name Changer and Denza when they pitted. Do you think you would have changed anything with that strategy?
No, I think from the beginning I had the plan to go soft hards. I didn't quite know at which lap. I thought about lap 7, lap 8. And then of course the safety car just came out at the right moment and helped me to stay in that top group, because otherwise I probably would have just dropped off.
Yeah. And I think in terms of the end, it was a pretty spectacular fight with the two Ferraris and obviously with Jensen when he was catching up. Were you at all nervous about getting spun off in terms of right at the end there, or were you just sending it the whole time?
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't as nervous as I would have been in F2, because for one I had that feeling of I do not belong here on multiple layers. Like for one, it doesn't really matter if I get spun out now, because I'm not gonna, pay too much attention. At the same time, those guys are just so ruthless, and I mean I know that because I commentated them a few times, but still to race against them, they are so absolutely ruthless, but somehow still keep it fair. So yeah, it was just very intense. Luckily, I'm quite decent at this track. I usually am quite good at defending, so I managed to hold them up a bit. And for those last 6, 7, 8 laps, I was just... It was just pure joy for me. I was just smiling like a 5-year-old the entire time.
Well, I think just quick question: do you think you'll be maybe making it on Tuesday if we have space, reserving for F1?
Well, I signed for F2, so... Yeah, I mean... I should be available. Of course, if I am needed, then I'll happily come. Maybe get another podium on track. But yeah, I think I could be able to make it, maybe.
And just lastly, in terms of F2, do you think once again you'll be up there, maybe fighting again for another win?
Well, let's see. Of course, I hope so. I mean, the competition in F2 is very hard, similar to what I've seen today. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully today's race and today's battling has kind of hardened me for next week, because I'm definitely going to need it. But yeah, I mean, the competition is so close. There are like 4 or 5 guys at least that are fast enough to fight for the win. So if everything stays clean and there's no major incidents at the front, I think it might be just as interesting as today's battle for P2.
Great to have you fill in for some of the drivers who were missing today, and hopefully we'll see you next week. And as always, thanks for racing.
Cheers. Thanks for commentating.
No problemo. As who is next? I'll check myself. Is it Hamilton, right? Or Bullboy? Bullboy Hamilton.
I think it's me.
Yeah, I think so. So, well, it was definitely took a while to get going, obviously, with all the sessions, and it'd just be interesting, definitely, to know. Do you think maybe you were a bit slower or faster in qualifying, Hamilton? Do you think, because of all the sessions you did leading up to it? Because you finished sixth, which was pretty high up. But do you think you maybe could have been higher if you had the less sessions? Maybe getting a bit tired or whatever.
Um, no, I think it would have been exactly the same. I think yeah, I think it would have been exactly the same. I think I said even better that time than I did in the first session. So yeah.
Mhm. Well, obviously, I think throughout the race you were near the top, and obviously I like lap 10 with your pit stop. You were actually second, just behind Zero. So you were up there throughout the whole thing. So do you think maybe you could have pitted earlier on the safety cars, one of them, or maybe possibly later?
I definitely do think I should have pitted earlier because I did get caught out quite a bit and then got when I pitted under the last safety car. I definitely got caught out by it, or the second to last or something. Yeah, I definitely got caught out quite a bit. I got put near the back, and I had to overtake quite a few people to get to the front. So yeah, it did cost me quite a bit.
Mhm. And obviously, I think you were fighting really at the top end with Tyne and T-Hawk. Do you want to take us through the incident? I think you had or got spun out by Tyne. Do you feel maybe you were fully alongside, or do you think that was just a racing incident, possibly?
I definitely do think I was fully alongside. I was definitely more than half a car length alongside him. Yeah, we just going down the straight into turn one. He just turned in on me. I have no idea what that was, but I don't think he knew I was there because it was very. It definitely took me by surprise that he just turned in like that.
Mhm. Well, it was P6 in the end, only a tenth and a half off Zero. But still, solid points definitely, and over the last two races, you definitely shown you're definitely you can be up there and fighting consistently for the upper points places. Do you think into Austria you could possibly keep the point streak going and maybe go even further higher and with a bit of luck maybe get a podium?
Yeah, 100%. I think I can get there without any too many big mistakes. Yeah, I think I'll be able to at least challenge for some good points, maybe a podium at least. But
Hmm.
yeah, that would be nice. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, good luck, obviously, for next week in Austria. And as always, unlucky with the incidents. But thanks for racing today.
Thank you for commentating.
No problem. As is Bull? No, it was Zero, wasn't it? Well, who's in the party? Let me check again. Because no one's gonna speak up. So um, is it Bull Boy? Wasn't it Bull or Zero? Zero is Zero here? Or I think it's Zero. Oh, sorry. Maybe I didn't hear you, or maybe you didn't say anything. But well, Zero. I think you can definitely maybe reflect on quite a nostalgic race, leading for quite some time at the front, like the good old days. But let's start with quali as usual. You did qualify obviously quite low, going for the very alternative strategy of hard soft. Do you think maybe you could have put on a pair of softs right at the end, maybe gone for P11, which would have possibly boosted your gap in the league and lead, and just maybe helped your race a little bit further later on? Hmm. course. And you were leading obviously from, I think it was lap 8 to lap 20, like you said in Discord. Did it, in terms of obviously in F1, you've been leading quite a few times actually this season. Do you feel you ever had the chance to maybe get the win, or were you just praying for a safety car when you were in the lead? Well, obviously, sounding a bit disappointed, but do you think anything particular in the race you could have done better, which maybe would have definitely boosted your positions up? Fair enough. Well, into Austria, obviously the Red Bull ring. Do you think you'll be able to get up there with your teammate and possibly get like a double podium? Because Jensen's obviously keeping the podiums going. Do you think maybe you'll be able to match, or if not better it, and get up there? Well, you're still leading the constructors, so there's definitely a lot of positives to take from that. And I guess consoles for only maybe getting P5, and good luck in Austria, and thanks for racing. No problem. As I'm pretty sure it's Ball Boy, isn't it? Next. If Ball Boy's here. Possibly. Is name changer here, possibly?
Yeah.
Is that name changer, right? Not Mads.
Oh no, that's March, of course.
Oh yes. So Mads, how was your qualifying session?
Yes, T-Hawk.
Okay. So you qualified P4. Do you want to talk us through maybe how you got out qualified by an F2 reserve, and maybe how you could have out qualified him?
Well, I think I could have out qualified him by going quicker, but well, I bottled as always. So that's it about my qualifying. Well done to T-Hawk. I think coming to F1 as like F2 driver, and just like beating a couple of drivers, couple and more.
Well, obviously your race, well, it was a bit topsy-turvy. I think Denzo got the penalty with the 5 seconds, then obviously you clashed later on with the incident where you came together down a straight. Skipping on to that incident, because I think up to that point it stayed your position about the same. Do you think that was your fault, or do you think it was Denzo's fault for moving over? Or...
I mean, on my screen at least, like Denzo just completely swiped me off like a pile of shit. So I'm not too pleased with that. So, but yeah, like I cannot change the past, so I guess I have to just like accept that it has happened and move on.
Well, obviously you kept going, which was pretty good, as you didn't crash, and you still did score points, which I guess is what you really want to do, because it's quite tight still. So you're still gaining points from other drivers like Denzo. Anything you felt particularly happy about, like the fastest lap? Do you feel maybe that was very good or very bad?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really feel anything. I felt like I was like emotionally dead pretty much after that race. So. Yeah, not really any emotion. Just gave up after the incident. Just like rode my car to the finish.
Yeah. Well, obviously, into Austria, we go. Do you think possibly you'll have? I know previously you had in previous seasons some good results around Austria. So do you think you'll be able to keep a good history of Austria going and definitely be up there if you can practice maybe even more, get a win and challenge Jensen and Denzo?
I'll see. Like, your pace can always be good, but something will go wrong, so it just, yeah, depends about the timing and all. Yes, I could as well, like, crash out on turn 1 and do Jensen, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Well, I hope your mental health stays good enough to race in a week's time, and thanks for racing and finishing the race, unlike some people. See you in
that's
Austria.
about it.
Yes. As we move on to, well, I don't think Bullboy's here unless he speaks. Oh, okay, Bullboy's back. So, Bullboy, you qualified?
Yes.
I think it was, where was it? Bullboy, you qualified. It was P12, just outside the points, and usually you don't go for the hards. Or recently you haven't gone for the hards, which would have, I think, in a couple of races, like in I think it was Monaco or something, if you went on the hards, it maybe would have been a better strategy. But this time you actually did go on the hards, and you were up there in the podium places for quite a while. And I guess maybe the safety cars for you just were a bit too early rather than at the perfect time.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's ever going to be perfect, and I think the main thing that was a bit frustrating was the penalty, because I was battling a couple of cars and I had to go wide and I got a penalty. So without it, I would have been 7th. So yeah, because I know how very tricky it is to score points this season. So just to get, I mean, 8th today, I know a lot of people crashed out on that. So yeah, I'm nonetheless thrilled with like 4 points. It's like going into this race, I thought I'd scored nothing, so this is almost like a victory. So it's really cool.
Well, I think still good points on the board, definitely, and obviously still picking up the pieces in races. Do you think possibly into Austria? Obviously France is quite a easy track to corner cut, but there weren't too many penalties. Do you think in Austria, maybe with the safety cars at the right time and with the perfect strategy played to perfection, you might be up there once again and maybe even get your best point scoring of the season of like 4th or 5th? Maybe a bit higher than that.
Yeah, hopefully a few more crashes would be nice, so I could get up the order. Because yeah, without that, I'd be getting the wooden spoon. So yeah, that would be nice. But now I like the track. Austria is a good track, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
And yeah, as always, good points for Mercedes as well. So well, still points for Mercedes, double point scoring, which is becoming obviously less consistent with obviously name changes doing esports and stuff. So that's good as well. But thanks for racing and good luck in Austria to maybe keep the point scoring going.
Yep, and thanks for the very long stream.
Oh yeah,
today as well. It's been going on for ages.
Yeah. If I did the first stream as well, I don't know how long it's been, but definitely be quite a while. But yeah, thank you. And next is it's actually Pelly or Steven. I think Pelly's muted, so Steven, right? If Steven's here or Pelly here. I think he's muted in the party for me, or something. So, well, it's not letting me unmute him, so that's a bit of a concern. Oh, if Pelly speaks now.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I can hear Pelly now. Sorry. Well, Pelly. It looks really like quite promising in qualifying. You've qualified 8th, which must be one of your highest qualifying positions ever. Do you want to talk us through the lap and why maybe you were that high in the end?
It was not a perfect lap, like I lost a lot of time in turn 1 and 2, but it just came. Like I knew I had I could do in 27, and mid 27 or high in 27, so I was confident that I could do a lap. Yeah, just came. I just did it. More, nothing, not more than that.
Well, into the race, you were about in the points, and you went for an ambitious strategy with pitting along with the likes of T-Hawk, Denzo. I think it was at the first safety car, and obviously you had the incident. Do you think there's anything you could have done differently at the start of the race, which maybe would have gained you track position, which maybe wouldn't have led to the incident?
Yeah, I decided to go into the pits because like I was not expecting another safety car. Like I want to do like medium to the end. Then, but like if I knew that there would be a safety car, like with 3 laps later, I would have stayed out on soft because like I basically just gave up my my track position. And yeah, but like it is what it is. But I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't look at the future.
Yeah. Obviously, it was a bit of a shame once again in the race. Sadly, an incident ruined it.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe your luck can change in Austria because all this bad luck? Surely you're just waiting for it to just go away at one stage, then maybe just get some good points back.
I literally don't know, man. Like last week, could have easily got points, but my team didn't change my wing, so when we were on soft, I had damage the whole time. Now I could have easily got points again. Then I think JB wanted to let Sparkling through or something. He backed off. So he broke very early. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Sparkling is now very mad because I'm very angry on him. So I mean, Petterfall, he wanted to he backed off for Petterfall. So he broke very early for turn 1. I basically hit him because of that. Yeah, that basically ruined my race. Like if that didn't happen, I'm sure like I would have got in the top 6 for sure.
Well, obviously, such a shame to once again, sadly, see you get caught up in an incident. But good luck in Austria.
It's also like it's not only it's in all my leagues I get fucked. Like last couple of 3 weeks in a row, it's every week, every race, every league I get fucked, or something happens to me, etc. But I don't know.
Yeah. I guess maybe in Austria a little bit more.
I hope so, man.
A little bit maybe more extreme driving maybe, and you might get some points if not many people finish. But anyway, good luck in Austria, and thanks for racing as much as you could.
Thank you.
And obviously thanks as well for everyone as well as you, obviously, for staying around with the 2 lobbies. We had to restart, so thanks for that as well.
Yeah.
And unless Steven's here, I think we can finally finish the broadcast.
Just finish the broadcast.